Hey everybody, welcome back. Check it out. That's right, we have the Garmin echoMAP UHD-94SV. This is the one with the transducer. Just got it. I would say it's a Black Friday deal, but it looks like they had those deals for a while. So you can get yours probably still at the same price. It was like half off. We got mine at Cabela's. Use my Cabela's card and then you get 70 bucks worth of Cabela's points to boot. So kind of a no-brainer. Just picked it up today. Not much on the box you can see here to show you. I'm sure if you're watching this video you probably know somewhat about it. But this is the big 9-inch screen bad boy with the side view for the SV. So let's open it up and see what we got. So here you've got, awesome, came with a cover. Hard plastic cover. You don't have to buy one of those. Those are 20 bucks. Here's the unit itself. I was playing with one at Cabela's when I picked this up today. And this thing is sweet. I love the features. I've watched a lot of other videos. Does some amazing things. Pretty cool. Looks like just one simple connection there. You can see. She's a big boy. Comes with a pattern template if you're going to be drilling it into your dash. I'm not. I'm going to mount it on my old glass ply. And you got a cool sticker to put in your window. And down the bottom we have goodies. Lots of goodies. So next we have, looks like the mount. Everything will plug into there. And the unit will plug into here. That looks very easy to remove. Not sure. I kind of want this to be on a swivel mount, so I'm going to have to look at maybe ram mounts, or I suppose I could probably just put one bolt in the mounting base here. If you guys can see, it's got these slotted screw mounts in here. So I kind of want to be able to swivel it in my boat, but we'll take a look at that later. Here's a bag of goodies. This is obviously going to be the power cord and some other things. We've got a power fuse on there. Here we've got some, looks like some sort of electrical chokes or whatever they call those that go on the power wire in case there's issues. Some little strips of something. And the manual and other stuff. So let's look in here and see what some of this stuff is. Alright, here's everything out of the box and out of the package. Here's your transducer. Now this is going to be the GT54UHD-TM right here. And it comes with a few different brackets, well, a couple different brackets. So you're going to have to mount this on here so you can mount it to something. This here will be your transom mount, so it'll go on the back of your boat. Or if you're mounting it on the bottom of a trolling motor, it comes with this mount here that will somehow you'll have to put on there. I'm not sure how the cable, oh, you got to route the cable out the side, but I'm not going to do that. But it comes with a big clamp and some zip ties for the bottom of the trolling motor deal. I'm going to use this out in salt water, so it's going to be, you know, on the back of my boat. So I'm going to use this baby here. The transducer also does come with one of them little ferrite chokes or whatever they call those little snap-on magnet things. You've got your hardware, your screws. The Transom comes with his own manual on mounting and doing stuff with that. These things here, I believe, go on the back of the unit if you're going to flush mount it into your dash. And yeah, that's really it. So you're going to have your power, you're going to have your transducer. You're going to plug into the back, and that's it. I mean, it's labeled power, sonar, pano something something, and then the other one here. Alright, here we go. I've got it hooked to a battery and the sonar plugged in. First power up ever. Here we go. Hope it shows up better than what I see in the screen. It's very bright and clear in person here. Takes a couple minutes. First time I've ever turned it on. Blah 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 blah. You assume all risk.
English. Choose OK, quickly set the basic functions in your chart plotter, blah blah blah. Anything you set up now can be changed and refined later. I'm a powerboat. Minimum safe depth. Boy, I would think 3 feet would be enough. Shallow water alarm, why not? 10 feet seems like a good idea. Collision alarm range. I don't have any sort of collision stuff on here, but we'll go 500 anyways. Collision alarm time to 1 minute seems like a legit number. And here's this. Let me see if I can get you guys a little closer to this thing. I'll be right back. Okay, that looks a lot better. You'll see the buttons are all lit up. They're very bright, looks great. This is cool. So you've got your charts. I mean, if you guys are looking into this, you've watched other videos. I'm not a pro on stuff like this. You know, you've got your nav charts. Gives you more detail at the bottom and fishing content. Use the nav chart for general navigation. So cool. That must be where the GPS is made, because that's definitely not where we're at. So navigation chart, be more detailed. So you can use the plus and minus buttons to zoom, or you can use the screen clearly. You can pan and look around. Stop panning, brings you back to home. Perspective 3D chart. Apparently there isn't much there to look at. Let's go back to home. Sonar. Lots of options. You know, you got your traditional, you know, radial flasher thing. Then you've got your traditional kind of sonar deal. I've got it just laying here on the table, so nothing is really going to work properly. Side view. It's coming. Whoops. How do we get out of that? Play. That's coming along. I don't know, you guys have looked at this. You can do split screen, split frequency, yada yada. Combos is probably what I'm going to use more than anything, and I'm going to customize my own. So I'm going to add one, and I don't know, without going out, I'm not sure what I'm going to use yet, but probably something like this. So for that one, I'm going to use a chart, say a fishing chart. This one, I'm going to use a sonar, so we'll do a traditional. This one, sonar. Guess we'll try a ClearVü. So we'll see how that works. And then if you want to save something like this, you have your preset. So I'm just going to hold down button 1. Oh, it cannot be saved to that. I wonder why. Tap window or change, hold to rearrange. Oh no, I'm done. Combo 6 is fine, whatever. Now we'll hold down button 1. Save to shortcut key 1. So every time I push button 1, so I'll go home. If I'm fooling around, I'll hit button 1. It'll come right back to what I want. Pretty sweet, I like it. Very good. So nav info has a bunch of other stuff. You've got tides and currents, which is very cool. Obviously, since I'm in a metal building, so it doesn't have any GPS coordinates yet. Once I get outside, I'm sure it'll probably work better. Waypoints, routes, all that jazz. So go back to number 1. You want to mark a waypoint, mark, then you got all your info here. So cool. So it's got some preset combos as well, which are really neat. Gauges, you can hook it to your engine, fuel data, all sorts of cool jazz. I'm never going to use this because I don't think I'm ever going to hook it to my little boat. You can customize frequently used, combo 6, the one that I just made, since there isn't too much frequently used. That's where it's at. So back to that, back to home. So there you go, quick little rundown. I couldn't wait to put it in my boat to fire it up, see how it goes. But yeah, so I'm going to get this installed in my 18-foot glass ply, and then we're going to hit the salt water and see if I can figure it out from there. You can either hold down the power button or push these buttons. I'm going to try holding down the power button. You can see it'll go. Boom. Alright everybody, welcome back. So here we are in my glass ply. Here is my sweet old Garmin. And this is just going to be a slight upgrade. So first step, I'm going to disconnect that bad boy, and then we'll put the other one in. This is really going to be simple, I think. The hardest part will be fishing the wires through that little tiny hole there. I'm not sure it's going to be big enough for the connector on the back of that bad boy, but we'll find out soon enough. Just hanging back there, and the cable comes in here. That transducer cable is only 20 foot. My boat is 18 foot, and it is marginally long for my boat. Shame on Garmin for being so skimpy on the cable, but it says not to run it with power wires and other wires, but I have no choice because they send you a cable that's so flippin' short. But I come in here, come right up to the top here. There's the cable. I haven't tied it up yet. I'm hoping once I tie it up with the bundle of other wires that are up here, it's going to be long enough. But it goes up in here, comes out behind the dash, and it goes up to here. And then I put the choke thing on it, and the little, you can see the little O-ring goes in here. And then you snap the screw fitting on it. And then the choke, ferrite choke, whatever, the magnet thing, it says you can put on if it comes with it. If it says it has two, you put one on each cable near the connector. Anyway, I got that. Since I didn't have a swivel mount, I'm gonna just kind of make this as it is here. I put the Fishfinder on and turned it on, and I sat in the pilot seat and then went out back like if I was driving the kicker, and kind of made a happy medium to where I could see it from. So if you pull these screws out far enough, this whole thing will kind of pop out. And then you can pop it back in and tighten them back up. So pretty much there's where mine's going to fit. Tighten those babies back down, and boom, that's it. So the next struggle is going to be tying up the wire from up here all the way to the transom and praying I have enough length, because apparently a longer cable is like 40 bucks. Like, I seriously only need another foot to run it this way. Ideally, what I really wanted to do, like they did with the old cables, the transducer was on this side of the boat, which I got it away from the motors. It's going to be here. I just didn't have the stuff to screw it in yet, but what I wanted to do was run the cable in to the side of the boat with no wiring and come up, but the transducer cable is way too short. It didn't even get to the dash. So we're gonna have to give it a shot here. I hope all them extra power cables don't screw with me too much. But let's go down there and we'll have a look at the transducer real quick. So the transducer, I'm gonna put it kind of right in here. You can see the chines. I hope you can see the chines. I know it's dark. I'm making a UHMW plate to screw the boat, and then I can put the transducer on from there. But anyways, we've got that. And so far so good. It's just been a lot of screwing around, figuring out where I'm going to put stuff and get the cables in. Just using the transducer manual here. Not too much else to worry about here. Power cables. I don't have the NMEA things, so I'm not using those cables. But yeah. So when I'm sitting here in the driver's seat, I'm a little bit out of an angle, but I probably have the best view from this angle. And then when I'm sitting back here, I've got a little bit of an angle as well, but not bad. So I kind of split the difference between the two, and even if you're in the passenger seat, you'll be able to see it. So I'll come back once I get everything buttoned up and I'll let you know how that goes. But so far, that's where we're at now, and everything is going well. Just got to tie up some wires underneath.
it'll be good to go. I do like how simple and quick and easy it is to pop it into place. Bam, there it goes. Just like that. So I made my UHMW block. It's just 1/2 inch thick. I've just got it taped in place, try to figure it out. Here's the little pattern that it comes with, and it says I'm going to cut along the bottom of this and up probably halfway. Sorry, along the bottom of this and up halfway, because it says to put these bottom corners at the edge of the transom. So that must set your height, I guess. And then you want to make sure, I'll probably use a level or eyeball it, make sure it's vertical. Then you'll know where your piece has got to be. So I see I'm going to probably want to raise this up higher if this has to be down here, so I've got enough meat to be behind and above it. So I want it thick so I can just have the option of, if I screw up the holes, I'm not punching more holes in my boat. I know it's a crappy old boat, but it's mine, and I don't want to make it worse than I have to, you know what I mean? So here's the paper held up. I got the slots matched up. You can see how it wants, apparently that plate's got to be above the bottom of your hole, if this thing is right, which is what I'm seeing. So there you go. Here's how much you need sticking above the bottom of your transom. Interesting. I was going to put it so that that plate was level with the bottom, but good thing I used the pattern. Okay, so I've got it pretty well laid out. I put a straight edge on the bottom. Yeah, the template could go up just a smidge more, which I'll maybe push the piece up a little bit more, but I use the level in here. Get that pretty level. Held the transducer, sorry. I think I keep saying transom when I mean transducer, but so that baby's gonna go on something like so once it's all said and done. I don't have my stainless screws to screw the plate to the hole yet, so I'm gonna have to get those at the hardware store today, but I might mock it up with a couple little ones just for pilot holes and just to kind of hold it in place. My 5200 won't be here till Monday anyway, so I'm not going to be able to finalize it today regardless, but just kind of show you how I did the process, and when we come back this will be done. Alright, here it is all installed and done. Now it's a little dark here, I'll try to lighten it up in the program here, but it comes up, comes over. I put a little piece of fuel tubing on there so that it doesn't rub on this edge. I'll probably put one on this other side too. Goes in, down, up, and over, and there it is. So it's March here yet. We're still not anywhere near boating season, really, for what I do. So yeah, it's going to be a couple months before get some lingcod or shrimping season to where I can get that thing out there and try it out. So when I do, I'll make another video. So make sure you like, comment, subscribe, because when I make part 2, we'll be out on the water and I'll show you how that bad boy works. So hope you found this interesting. Let me know what you think. Thanks for stopping by.